Hi, Dahlia.
Hi.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Eventprofs Together at Home. My name is Sabrina Myers, and I am from Hospitality Exchange. So today on my show is Dahlia. I have never met Dahlia actually in real life. We've never met face to face, but I know her. I follow her religiously on social media, on all her channels and platforms. She is a wealth of advice. She is an inspiration. She is a tech evangelist. She's fantastic, and I'm so excited that I get to chat with her here today. So I'm going to pass it over to Dahlia, who's going to give us a little introduction to who she is, what she does, where she is right now, and what is the situation there right now. So over to you, Dahlia.
Sure. Well, I think people know me because I talk a lot, and that's why they think I'm a wealth of information. It's really because I try to be, that go-to person or that go-to source, if you will, for different types of event professionals, depending on where they are, depending on where they're at, like not only within their company, but professionally as well. I do a little bit of life coaching. So I don't believe in titles. I change my title all the time. So last week and this week, I've been more of a tech therapist than a tech evangelist, I would say, just because people are trying to figure out not only, the hot topic these days is virtual events, if they need to pivot into the virtual world, which obviously is a big ordeal for a lot of people, or working from home and not being able to turn on their mic on and off. That's a big ordeal as well. And I'm not belittling any of that because, it's obviously what we're going through is very fatiguing.
Yes.
People are mentally exhausted, especially because they don't know what they don't know.
Yeah.
And us as event professionals, we've been wired where we have a check-in, check-out date, or we have an event move-in, move-out date. So we don't have a date to move out of this and keep on going with what we know best, right?
Absolutely.
So so I'm sort of playing different hats here, where I am one who wants people to think of long term. So the C word aside, isolation aside, the craziness, if you have kids at home or, puppy dogs that you're trying to mute while being on your 10th Zoom call of the day, new normal aside, I want us to get out of that terminology, if you will, and then look at, okay, what do I need now to be stronger, more efficient? And a lot of event profs seriously have to sit down and just have a new brand strategy in place for themselves, for their business, maybe a business lost. So taking this as an opportunity to just do a reset, So as my own company and owner of my own company, Dahlia Plus Agency is a full marketing agency. We do pride ourselves in consulting on the technology side, more content experience designers than anything. Then you can talk about like event designs, experiences, immersive engagement, etc. But it's all about the content and how you do that. And then what technology will support you to do it. So a big passion of mine is to help professionals find what their like passion project is, or if their passion project is actually their life project. And a lot of them have it on a cocktail napkin, or if you're a lover of different colored Post-its like I am. So that wall is bigger than life. And I wish that everybody during this time maybe take another look at the Post-its and say, you know what, maybe this is my time to make this happen. So that's me in a nutshell. There is no nut, and the shell is way too big. So
that's great. That's a good term. Thank you so much, Dahlia. So you actually, like us, are working from home. How have you set yourself up at home? Do you have an actual dedicated office, or are you kind of floating around? Can
So
imagine.
I've failed miserably in the whole idea, and I'm totally honest, like
Yeah.
trying to find my workspace, if you
Mhm.
will. So, and my husband and my two girls, 12 and 15-year-olds, they made me a space in the basement, but then
Okay.
all of a sudden everybody discovered the basement. So it's like, you know, so I tend to be able to find my workspace wherever I do float. So
Yeah.
let me answer that question. Um, I failed in finding a workspace, so that's one.
Hmm.
But what I'm trying to work on is not the workspace, like the surroundings around me,
Hmm.
but it's more of the mental space.
Got it.
And so, like, I know people are saying, well, you got to have, a dedicated office space. Well, good luck with that,
Yeah.
especially if you have kids and animals. And I've been on Zoom calls with clients or doing webinars in bathrooms,
Hmm.
in the kitchen, in the basement, on the couch. And a lot of times, on webinar calls, I will encourage people to so that I know that they're listening, is to take pictures of not only the screen, like the gallery view of like
Hmm.
how many people are on a call, but more importantly, where their surroundings are. So I make a joke, but it's real, where I'm like, show me your dirty laundry corner, like show me your room, not the other way around.
Yeah.
But I think the mental space is what you need. So, having blocked mental time to work on different projects. Right now, people are really focusing on, how do I get shit done right now?
Yeah.
And,
Absolutely.
and the present moment. And I think this is where it gets them into a declining mindset of
Hmm.
there's no light. So I'm flipping it where I delegate most of the things that need to happen right now for clients to, people on my team that I know can handle it. But then the other part is working at least maybe 40% of my mental time on future projects that I think will work for the industry.
Got it.
And I make a couple of lists. So one list is, I have a hit list of who I want to work with.
Hmm.
So that's one. So this is like your wish list of not only people in the industry, but it's people outside of the industry, because right now all communication channels are open.
Yeah.
People want to help people out. So this is
Absolutely.
your time to like not back down. If you want to work with Seth Godin, you go and find him and work with him. So
Absolutely.
that's because that gives you energy and motivation. Then the second thing is to take a look at, that passion project or that side project, but really dedicate mental time for it.
Hmm.
Blast the electronic house music, or if you whatever gets the creative juices going,
Yeah.
but do that. And I think this time is also a time where you are able to go to people that know you,
Yeah.
and ask them for feedback on you.
Hmm.
So the way I do it is, I have these 5 questions, and I go to people that report to me, people that I partnered with, people that are my clients. And then I see what they say about me, in order to see what kind of skill set you need
Yeah.
to move forward,
That's
and to
fantastic.
be yeah. And I had a mentor. I do have him still as a mentor. When I started my agency, what he wanted us to do is to take a look at what our flight plan was. So you have your city of origin,
Yeah.
and then you have your destination. And I know no one's flying right now, but like, think of it this way, right?
Yeah.
So the people you want to work with is actually the people you place in business class, and first class and economy class. Those become your mentors and your ambassadors, and those that you plan to work with on the flight,
Yeah.
basically. but your destination also is where you want to be. So where do you want to take that flight? And I think people need to work on their flight plans.
Absolutely.
Just, it will give them more hope, and it will give them more, not looking at the present, but looking at,
The future.
what the future is.
Yeah, absolutely. That's brilliant. I have never thought of it that way, but what an amazing way to visualize like a long-term
Yeah.
plan, so to speak, or journey. Well, it is a journey, right? So that's
Well, and if you think of it, I mean, your flight plan will have turbulence.
yeah,
So that's what we're going. Or
absolutely.
it will have like multi-city.
Yeah,
So, you can take a detour, you're fine, you actually, it's the way you look at it, right? It's a new
absolutely.
city. Maybe it's a new experience. You met someone in that airport, quote unquote.
Yeah.
But that's where I think, that's my Friday head on right now. You caught me in like a really weird mindset at the moment. So
Like, I mean, it's been fantastic so far. I mean,
I'm
I'm just
sorry if it's
taking it
like a
all in.
ramble, but it's all there. I'm probably going to
um,
have to use this recording to help me with my new flight plan going.
I will send it back to you exactly. What are your 3 daily essentials right now?
Okay, coffee is one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Sunlight is actually, and I don't know if it's the Egyptian in me, but like sunlight and sunshine is a must. It could mentally be, oh, because you are in isolation, so you think you're like in a cave mode when it's not really. But so when the weather gets really bad, or like it's raining and stuff, and I don't see the sunlight, it takes a toll on me. But
Yeah.
sunlight is another. And then I think the other thing that I essentially need in order for me to, like, keep chugging along on the work side. I mean, I've been working from home since I started Dahlia Plus. So this is 7 years, 8 years kind of thing.
Yeah.
Is to know that my family, and especially my teenage daughters, are okay,
Yeah.
are doing what serves them best. Although screen time right now, I'm having a huge fight with it at the
Yeah.
moment.
Mm.
Um, so the essential is to try to put some sort of logical structure
Yeah.
for the rest of the family, and that way my mental schedule can stay a little bit more sane, if you will.
I can imagine it's very hard for teenagers. It's also very hard for a 6-year-old to not
Oh
see
yeah,
friends
like
and
these are unprecedented, like, mental times.
yeah.
There's no way that you could talk to your 6-year-old or to your teenagers to tell them, by the way, in your lifetime something like this is going to happen. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So this is truly like it's an interesting
Situation.
exercise.
In this time, have you come to certain realizations about yourself, that you might not have, that have not dawned upon you before, perhaps?
Well, that I'm crazy. Sure. Did not think that could be possible, but it's happened.
Yeah.
I think, so I made up a word. My
Okay.
word is shiveting, which is
Shivering.
shifting and pivoting.
Okay. I like that.
And what I realized is that I've always been resilient. Like my resiliency level has always been like on a super high,
Yeah.
but it's been tested right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Um, and then the realization of me not being able to take care of everything for everyone,
Yeah.
it's actually it's tough.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm one to, like, always wanted that to be the highest point. So I'm just trying to deal with that mentally, where it's like, I might not be able to take care of everybody and everything right now,
Yeah.
but as priorities go, that can shift a bit. So you don't have to do everybody at once.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like,
Absolutely.
um, But yeah, so, but that and the craziness part, like, I'm like, I am at a higher level than I ever thought. Like, like mood swings, and I'd be like, bawling 1 minute and then cracking myself up on something. I'm like, okay, whatever it takes.
It sounds very familiar. So you're not alone. What are you doing from a wellness perspective, kind of mentally and physically? Are you trying to do something every day to kind of bring to center, or?
Um, I try. That's a key word.
Yeah.
So I do try to meditate, but in my own way, which is just to quiet things down. And I try to do that every day. I try to take a walk every day as well. I I won't lie. I need to work a little bit better on that,
Mm-hmm.
and not eat all the Oreos in the house and blame it on the dog, kind of thing. So
It happens. And that pack disappears. We don't know why, but yeah,
exactly.
it's
Yesterday,
okay.
the
I'm with
question
you on
was,
that.
"Who ate the cookies?" I'm like, I don't know.
There was milk. I mean,
I did not,
no, I get that.
But I have to tell you, like, so what's going to happen is after this isolation,
Yeah.
you're going to get amazing cooks.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I
I
agree. I
mean,
have never seen this many people cook and go
or
live
or
cooking.
bake bread.
Yes.
The whole bread thing. I'm like, dang, that's a thing. Like, I mean, I honestly think, this whole it's not isolation, this whole like keep inside, be creative, be cognizant of your surroundings and stuff
Yeah.
is not a bad thing. It should
No.
actually be a global vacation. This is better than daylight savings time. Someone has to kill that. That I can do with that. If
Yeah.
someone says, okay, you every year globally are
Yeah.
going to stay home for 2 weeks.
Yeah. That's
Let's see what you can do. And
see
I'm
what
like,
happens.
oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah. It's incredible. The arts and crafts, the cooking, the baking, it's all gone skyrocketing. It's fantastic,
It is. It is fantastic. I
and
think it's
it's amazing that all these people, I had no idea if they cooked or if they had utensils, and they're like making Michelin starred cuisine in their kitchens, and
and you know what? Like Zoom, God love them. They are trying really hard, with their security and their privacy. And I don't know why people are getting upset with them. I do know why, but like all of a sudden there's all these happy hours and game nights and
yeah,
like families together and stuff.
yeah,
I mean, hey, this is a good thing.
it's absolutely a good thing. And speaking of good things, are you able to give us any recommendations of, have you been following anyone online, or any personalities, or reading or watching anything that has brought you some joy and some positive vibes in these days?
Well, the amount of funny videos, especially from moms going nuts. There is one, her name is Dina. So there's Trey Kennedy, that's
Yeah.
one. And then he's hilarious.
Okay.
And then you also have John Karnowski, I'm saying his name wrong, but he's the guy that was on The Office. He's married to Emily
Oh, he
Blunt.
did the good news.
Oh my God,
Some
that's
good
so,
news.
yeah, Some Good News
Fantastic.
Network. It is fantastic. I mean, so that the good news of like all the convention centers that we know as convention centers that have turned into, hospitals, as well as, all the exhibitor services like your GESs, your Freemans, that have helped with stuff that's in their warehouse
Yeah.
to turn, these venues into hospitals. Like that's fantastic. Like anything where people are just paying it forward and there's no strings attached.
Yeah.
Nobody asked them to, nobody asked Tyler Perry to pay seniors shopping lists in 70 supermarkets across the states. Nobody asked him to do
Amazing.
that. Like, so those are the type of things, and I would love if our younger generation, like your 6-year-old and my teens, and the younger generation sees the empathy and the compassion that's coming through, not only the negative things and the fear factor that's sort of paralyzing other people as well right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think a lot of it obviously is, we are all consuming a lot of content right now. We're all online a lot of the time. It's the way we communicate. It's how we get our news. It's how we are trying to connect. Are you practicing some form of digital detox at all daily?
Digital detox? No. Maybe this is not what you wanted to hear from me.
No, I've heard that actually quite often. So no, it's quite a common answer actually.
Yeah, so work in progress for sure. I know how to turn other people's screen time off. I can help you there, but I no, I do have a do not disturb that goes on, I think at 7 p.m. until 7 a.m.
Okay.
But yeah.
And now for I'd say, well, the fun stuff, but when this, lockdown situation is over, or you're not isolating anymore and you can leave your house and you can go somewhere, where is the first place that you're going to go?
It would be, well, I love the beach. It has to be somewhere around the water. Yeah, just water and sun, really.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds good. And once we can all fly again and we can get on a plane, where do you want to go? Did you have holidays planned, or where is that going to be?
Well, we were supposed to go to Singapore in June. I was going to take the whole family with me to Singapore because I had a conference there. So, and obviously that's been canceled. But I would like to go to Singapore and Thailand.
And so this is my last question. Any words of advice for us event profs that are in this position? I know you gave us some fantastic advice at the beginning.
I would say one is to widen your tribe and think of creative collaboration, meaning team up with other people and to give a better portfolio of expertise, not of services, not laundry list type of services. So that's one. Second is really work on your brand and what you want to be known for. Like, you want to be a go-to source for 1, 2, 3. Keep it to 3. And don't think of where you're at. Truly think of, where you want to be, because it will happen. Don't use words like the C word or the new norm or stuff like that. That just brings you right back to basically your origin city. But think ahead. Like, think where, I'm 5 years and this is what I'm doing basically, and this is who I'm doing it with and for.
Perfect. Fantastic advice. Thank you so much, Dahlia, for your time. That was actually amazing. It was insightful. It was fun. Really appreciate you giving me your time, and I'm so excited for everyone to see this. And thank you everyone for watching. I'm sure you found so much from this chat and you're going to get so much from it. And continue to watch Event Profs together at home. I'm going to try and get some more amazing event profs to chat with. I'm Sabrina Myers again from Hot Hospitality Exchange, and take care and bye.